from the tough tracks to the remote tracks, from our campsites to the workshops. Come along and check out Great Off-Road Adventures. Your next episode is just seconds away.
Nice. G'day everyone, it's Graham from Great Off-Road Adventures and welcome back to another trip video. Now this one here, it is first thing on Saturday morning. It's a long weekend for us here over in WA. We have come down last night. We came down to a private campsite just outside of Yeagarup. This one here is a hip campsite. So yeah, long weekend, it gets pretty busy down here. We did want to just book and know that we had a spot planned for this weekend. Today we're going to take a bit of a drive. We're going to go check out Yeagarup sand dunes, which are one of the largest inland landlocked sand dunes in Western Australia. Actually, I think in the Southern Hemisphere, I should say. And then we're going to take on one of the biggest sand dunes in Western Australia, which is Callcup Hill. It's quite infamous. It's quite a good four-wheel drive challenge. We have done it before, but we haven't really featured it and shown it on the channel. So that's going to be the trip. We'll go do that today. And then we are down here in the beautiful southwest. We've got all these lovely forests around us. The plan for tomorrow and the rest of the weekend is to go and explore a few spots in the forest. There's some waterfalls, some river crossings, bits and pieces like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. We're joined this weekend by a few friends. So we've got Paul and Mike, both with their Ford Rangers. And then joining us a little bit later on, I'm going to have Nathan Mel and his family with his BT50. So yeah, should be a really fun weekend. I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Well, we've done a few sort of pre-arrangements and stuff at camp. Just it's gotten a bit breezy, so we just tied down the awnings a bit more, made sure that nothing's going to blow away, put our chairs away, etc. So yeah, we'll jump in the cars and we'll head off shortly.
Yep. $15, 4 round. Airing down is underway, so using the deflate tidal floaters, and we set 2 for 12-13, which are for the front, and 2 for about 14-15, which are on the rear. That's pretty similar pressure, I think, that everyone's going to be running. So yeah, we're now here at the entry to Yeagarup. Nice spot in the D'Entrecasteaux or D'Entrecasteaux National Park. Very busy, being a long weekend, and they actually have the rangers here manning a physical checkpoint, checking national parks passes and all that. So tip for you guys, if you do come down here over a long weekend, have a national parks pass that you've bought online ready to go, and you'll get through the whole process a lot quicker. So yeah, happy days.
Well, having let our tyres down, we set off from the ranger station at Yeagarup, past the amazing Lake Yeagarup, which is this freshwater lake you can see in the background. Started making our way towards the dunes. Being that this is a long weekend, We found with experience down this way that the tracks and the dunes are always a lot more chewed out, a lot more bumpy, and a lot more challenging, just due to the extra traffic that they receive at the busy times of the year. Having all successfully conquered the gatekeeper and gotten up into the Yeagarup Dunes, it was time for us to have a bit of a look around, and I'll share some of my knowledge of the system. So these dunes actually move inland at a rate of 4 meters every year. That's just due to the wind blow, and as a result, the entrance is always changing. Now, because it is quite a fragile ecosystem, it's important to stick to the tracks going through the dunes, but get up onto one of the high points, have a look around, because it is simply stunning to take in. And once you've had a good look around the dunes, continue on your way down the track and you'll make your way out towards Warren Beach. And yeah, take it all in. It's a really awesome track, a lot of fun to drive with some magic scenery.
Well, one of the things I love about coming to Yeagarup is just how diverse the drive is and the scenery. You obviously go through the dunes, you go through the bush, pop back out into the dunes. You're up really high here and you've just got just a stunning view. So I don't know what the proper name of this hill is, but the nickname amongst us and amongst a few of the other four-wheel drivers, this is called Heartbreak Hill, because this hill here is actually the easier hill to get back from Warren Beach. So as you can see, coast is down the bottom, beach is down the bottom. There's a steeper hill over that way, which is Callcup Hill. And if you can't make it up Callcup, then you've got to get back up here. And I'll tell you, this is still quite a challenge. Anyway, we're going to make our way back, or continue our way down, I should say, to Warren Beach. Some serious waves out there, so it'd be cool to go and check them out. It's probably the biggest swell I've ever seen down here. We'll go and suss out what the condition of the Warren River's like to cross it, and then we'll go and see what Callcup's like. The weather is absolutely beautiful. The wind's died off, there's no clouds. So I think we're going to try and do some lunch on the beach as well, hopefully. Anyway, let's keep going.
Don't forget everybody, you can also find us at Great Off-Road Adventures on Facebook and Instagram, and coming soon at greatoffroad.com.au. But a bit more on that in another video. Anyway, go and check out those 3 locations because there's a heap of cool content there that'll go hand in hand with what you're watching on YouTube. Don't forget, if you want to support the channel, the best way to do so is to like our videos, share them with your friends, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel and enable notifications by clicking the bell. We found ourselves a cracking little spot down here on the banks of the Warren River, and we got to have a look at that great big Southern Ocean in action. And yeah, she was pretty vicious. Unfortunately, the wind did start to get up a little bit, which caused us to obviously have to pack up and keep on traveling along. We were very fortunate to again have found that the sandbar had formed at the mouth of the Warren River, which obviously meant a very easy crossing across the other side for us. Now, it seems to be that the March long weekend is a really good time to find it in this condition, because 3 out of 4 times we've been down here this time of the year, we've always found that the sandbar had formed and you could get across the other side really easily. Time to get onto the fun bit. The next challenge is getting off of Warren Beach, making our way to Callcup Hill.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Should have definitely made sure that the window was up. That is a big fail. I got some cleaning to do when I get home. Ah, yes, fail. Window up next time.
With both Paul and Mike struggling to get off Warren Beach, we had a little bit of a think about what we were doing wrong. For both of these guys, they've got plenty of forward driving experience and they have visited this area before, but with previous vehicles. Both these vehicles are fairly new to them and they're still getting to grips with how best to drive them and what they're capable of. So by letting a little bit more air out the tyres, using low range instead of high range, we got them both off of the beach and on our way to Callcup in no short time. With the GoPro firmly attached to Mike's Ranger, Mike was the first one of the 3 of us to go and give Callcup Hill a crack. Now what you're looking at is only the bottom half of Callcup Hill. Callcup Hill is a two-part challenge, with the bottom half being longer and sort of slightly shallower, with the top half being shorter but a lot steeper. Now, as with all things sand, the key to Callcup Hill is all about having the right tyre pressures and carrying your momentum through the sand. Well, it was time for Paul's shot at redemption. After struggling to get off Warren Beach, it was his turn to give Callcup a crack, and he made it look easy. With Paul making it look pretty easy, it was my time to shine. I had the added difficulty of having to go around another car that had attempted Callcup and gotten stuck. So yeah, let's see how I go. Having conquered the first half of Callcup, it was time to go and see what the second half was like. Being steeper and shorter, it has its own challenges. So let's get stuck into it. The reward for getting to the top of Callcup is an awesome feeling, but it also is this $1 million view. If you haven't been here, you really got to check it out in person. Trust me, it's awesome. With the rest of the crew starting to make their way up at Callcup, it was time for us to say goodbye to the coast and head back towards camp.
Well, what a day we've had a lot of fun. We've finished the track out of Callcup Hill now. As you would have seen, the view from the top of Callcup, it's just stunning. And it's a good challenge. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, you know, the boys had to have a few bites of the cherry, And that just comes with the fact that they've got new cars they're not familiar with. They haven't put them through their paces before. Anyway, time to air the tyres back up, and we've got about a half-hour drive from here back to camp. So yeah, we'll get on with it, and we should be catching up with our mates Nathan and Mel and their kids, because they've come down today. We gave them instructions, so we should be able to find them at camp, no worries. Clean up in aisle 1. That's what happens when you leave your window down on the beach. My bad. Well everyone, we've made it back to camp. We've had some hot showers. Watched the sun go down. How good's this view? Absolutely love it. Very lucky to have been able to book this campsite, and very fortuitous to you know, to have hip camps and be able to use it. So yeah, loving it. And the plan now tonight, we're going to head over to the pub, go and have a pub feed. We always like to treat ourselves on our group trips. Probably not going to take you with, show you too much, but we'll see how we go. So yeah, go to the pub, have a feed, and we'll come back here, run some time lapses and have a good time. So yeah, we'll see how we go.
Well, that's a wrap on this week's video. I do hope you enjoyed it and learned a little bit about Yeagarup and Callcup, and perhaps even got motivated to go and explore the area yourselves. Anyway, you know the deal. Happy, safe adventuring. Stay safe on the tracks and trails. If we don't see you out there, we'll see you next video. And please, if you haven't done so already, please give us a subscribe. It really does help Panel out a lot. Anyway, see you next time.